Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to yet another exciting episode of Beyond Finish Line with Star. Our guest for today happens to be one of Nigeria's trailblazing sport photographers.
I used to tell them in secondary school then that I'll be the best photographer one day.
From stepping away from her own dreams on the pitch,
I had interest in playing football because then the sons were always playing football, so I was always like going to just play with them. I want to do something in line with sports because I love sports.
to telling the stories of the game through her camera. She has earned her FIFA and CAF accreditation and continues to capture powerful moments on Africa's biggest stage. Her journey over 6 years in photography has already seen her behind the lens of AFCON and other major tournaments. And tonight, we get to hear her story, the challenges, the victories, and the vision ahead. She's none other than Justina Aniefiok. Hi, Justina. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, first I want to say thank you for making our time to be here in the studio this afternoon, this evening. I am honored to have you. And while I was going through your accolades, beautiful pictures, these images that becomes art, and I figured that you once played football and then transitioned into photography. So I want to ask, how did the journey all begin for you? I mean, playing football and transitioning into photography, and for a graduate of Yaba Tech, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. So please tell us, how did it all begin? If I had met you 7 years ago, who would I have met? Please.
Okay, so I'll first say a big thank you having me on studio today. I know I'm not this kind of person that likes talking like that, but sometimes the nature of the work.
Please, you have to talk, my darling. Have you seen yourself? You are such an inspiration. Please.
Yeah, so growing up, I grew up with my mom's family, and like I do tell people, and I'm always saying it, no matter how people claim to be your parents, they cannot really be like your own biological parents. You understand? They were supportive and they did everything at the end run. So I had interest in playing football because then their kids, the sons, were always playing football. So I was always like going to just play with them. From there, the passion and everything started coming. So I started played Lagos State's Principal's Cup, GTB Bank. When you are doing something and you don't really have that full support, sometimes it will kill your morale. And I'm kind of person that I don't like sneaking out to do what I know what I love doing. Because if I sneak out, I don't know how to do that. Whatever I do, I should do it at my own free will, and I know that I'm enjoying doing this, not for me to sneak out. I will not be scared. So at times if I'm playing, I will not be scared. Is anybody coming to catch me? Stuff like that. So I decided that, what am I going to do next? And I want to do something in line with sports because I love sports, despite the fact that there was not enough support and all that, of which I understand. And I don't think I will blame anybody for that. And I'm happy because despite I don't have a lot of support, then I had to encourage myself, push myself to be a better person. So I had to I sat down one day, I was thinking I don't want to do this again. What else can I do? So then I had some couple of friends with me in secondary school then. One day we were just talking, gisting. So I was not like, what do I do? Because one of my friends, the both of us, we worked at where they are doing pure water factory at Pangrove. I think Famous or Barracks. We work in a pure water factory company where we load the truck, those buses, those cars that carry the water. So we are always loading pure water bags inside the pure water factory car. They have this motor that used to carry pure water. Me and my friend. So we used to collect salary, and then the money was not much. It was not much. I think it was, as at that time, is it 10,000? Either 10,000. The days we don't go to work, they will deduct from our salary. So one day we sat down, we were just thinking. The girl was like, Amalade, she was like, now she's not sure she will continue this. That it's better we just go and do something else, that we should look for another job. So I was not like, it's better for us to just go and learn the skills. Let's just have something we are doing. So I was even advising her to go into referee, and I want to be a shoemaker. because I love shoes. Yeah, I love shoes, but then I don't really have enough shoes. And I said to myself that whenever God blesses me, my legs, I always put on something nice. I don't mind not putting on nice clothes, but my legs, I always wear something nice on my feet. Because I remember then, was the time you don't have all those things. So my own, I
Yeah.
have this love for shoes. So we sat down, we spoke. So she was not like, oh, she doesn't know what she's going to do that way. She will just sit down and figure out herself. So when I said to myself that, oh, maybe me, I'll just go and learn maker, or I'll see any cobbler, I'll just go there and learn how to do palms and do other stuff. So we left the place. We decided to go and meet one of our friends. We were just discussing. One of my friends was like, do you that love taking pictures, don't forget you told us when we were in secondary school. Then, those days of to go, C1, Asha, Blackberry, and me, I don't have phone then. I don't have a phone then. I won't lie, I don't have a phone then. Them, they
Gen
have.
Zs won't relate.
Yes, they have phones there. Me, I don't have. I'll just collect their phones and I'll be taking them pictures. I'll tell them, I used to tell them then in secondary school then that I'll be the best photographer one day. And I do tell them that, so what that my friend now, she now remind me, she said, you're always saying you want to be the best photographer one day. I was not like, yes. So she was not like, why are you not doing? Why do you want to go and do? Why do you want to go into shoemaking? I was not like, immediately she said that to me, like something just played on my head. Something just came on my head. I was like, I remember then I borrowed their phone in case I want to post on to go. Then to go that time, there's this, I want to enter master, I want to enter this thing, I want to do this, I want to do that. I mean, I don't have. In fact, I don't have then.
You need good pictures. You need good pictures to make it to that.
phone. Those Nokia C1, C3.
Blackberry. Flip. Is it Motorola Flip?
Yes. So I was using the phone to like take their pictures and all that. So
yeah.
My other friend, she said she wants to go into engineering. She wants to fix phone and learn how to do laptop. And I said, okay, no problem. So I decided to just, let me just, since this has come back to my head, so let me just go in line. So I went back home that day. I prayed. I said, God, because anything I do, I put God first. I put God first. When I put God first, I also talk to myself. Because I will tell myself that if a rich family can't come from my parents, it should come from me. I don't like talking. I tell people that I want to be, by the special grace of God, I want to be wealthy because I don't want to be rich. Because when you are wealthy, you are healthy. Because a lot of things, you understand, when you are wealthy,
I'm speaking my mind.
When you are wealthy, there are a lot of things that will be happening around you that you just look at it that, these are normal things about life. But there are some rich people too that are good people. Why there are some rich people too that they make noise? And me, I'm not the kind of person that like coming out to talk. I just like a quiet life, do my thing.
Yeah.
If not because of my job, people won't know me because I don't like posting. I don't like it, but I've gotten to the stage where I need to post myself. At times, if I'm posting picture of myself, I will run away. I will leave. I don't want to come online. I don't want to see comments. I don't want to see stuff like that. So, but I know that I was struggling with low self-esteem. I was struggling with a lot of things. I was facing some traumas, depression and all that while trying to grow and become a better person in life. So I sat down, I spoke to myself that let me just go into this photography and I don't want to do it because I stayed at Bariga then. I don't want to stay in Bariga to learn this. I need to change my environment. So I decided to move to Ikorodu. I moved to Ikorodu. Before then, I spoke to one of our boss. His name is Emmanuel Toby. Because while we were playing Principal's Club, we had some journalists that were assigned to us to talk to us then in secondary school. So Emmanuel Toby was part of the people from GTB Bank that was talking to us, trying to mentor the younger generation. He was talking to us, coming to talk to us. What do you want to do after secondary school? After football, there's life. Do one thing or the other for yourself. So I told him that I want to go into photography. I was like, okay, no problem. That should go. So I decided to go to Ikorodu, Itailewa. So there's this women amalgamation. It's just like, it's under Lagos State,
Okay.
So I decided to go there it's a vocational school. So I decided to go there and I learned photography. I was pushing till I finished the program. We did freedom. After then, we were asked to go for IT. I sat down. I was not like, immediately I finished that course. I said to myself, after our graduation, they gave us our certificate and all that. I went back home. I cried. I said, God, I don't want to be like every other photographer. Please, God, I want to be different. And because of my kind of person, I stay out of trouble. I don't want to find myself dragging anything because I don't really have the strength for problems and troubles of life because I've actually seen a lot. I don't want to. So I said to myself, God, please just help me. I want to be different. I don't know how you want to do it for me. Just help me. I want to be a different photographer. I don't want to be like a other photographer. I don't want to be a general photographer because I don't have strength to be going to party and tell someone, come and take picture. I'll pay you pay me. I'll print the pictures. I don't have the strength. So I sat down. I was not like, I love sports. I love football. Let me just go in line with this football. And I trust God that something good will. I spoke
Yeah.
because I like talking to myself, in my quiet time, I talk to myself. I talk to myself. When I pray, after my prayer, I just talk to myself. And I'll write down a few things like, oh, let's do this. So I decided to do that. And I called Mr. Toby that I want to, I want to do my IT. Want to do my IT. Although I went to Scene One production, the Jennifer's Diaries production that I wanted to do. I was like, I was having this mindset that I want to work for Scene One production. I want to do something with them. I went there. I met I met a couple of people. This person said they will call me back. Up to date, they've not called. Of which I won't even blame them because I know then the production was high because of the Jennifer's Diaries as at then. So I called Mr. Tony Manuel. I saw him somewhere. I told him that I want to do ITU, but I went to Jennifer's Diary, Scene One production to see if I can. And I said, okay, I won't talk much, but this is his card. If I want to do IT, I should wait for him at Ambrief bus stop. So I was not feeling comfortable because I don't know anything about journalism. I don't know anything about I don't know anything about newspaper. I only see newspaper. I don't know what I'm going there to do. And I was seeing that, oh, this place is going to be bigger than me because they'll speak plenty English. It will involve a lot of writing. And me, I can't face crowd. I can't face people at that time. I don't even want it. I'm always running away from it. I was thinking, so Mr. Toby was not like, if you are ready, just call my number. I will come and pick you at the bus stop. So we go. So one of my friends, she was with me. I was just being, she was not like, sometimes we may be expecting something and it may be the other one that will work for us. Why not try this? Me, I was not crying. I was not like, no, I want to see more production. I want to be seeing Jennifer. You understand? I'm like,
Yeah.
it's a big platform for me. Like, at least I will learn something. Apart from photography, I can also learn the video aspect and all that. So I was trying. I was feeling bad. So she spoke to me. I went back home. I was not thinking, I was saying, God, the footstep of the righteous man is ordered by God.
Yeah.
I'm not like, God, please just guide my heart, direct me. Don't let me go into this thing. At the end of the day, I will regret. So I followed my mind. The following morning, I called him. He came, he picked me. So we got to it was New Telegraph newspaper. It was at Acme Road then. So we got there, I met everybody, introduced me to some people, some top people around there. So from there to today, it's the story. And at times, Agege Stadium, I know if you've stayed in Lagos, or if you've been in Nigeria before, you've heard about Agege Stadium. From Acme Road to Agege Stadium, that was when MFM was still playing and stuff like that. So he introduced me to a lot of journalists, introduced me to, I would not want to mention names. He introduced me to so many people, and that was how the sport photography started. I saw it, I loved it because it got to a point, sport photography is very expensive and the cameras, the gears are very different from every other
Regular
photography.
photography.
Yes. So from there, we reached out to a few people. They got my first camera, of which I am still in depth. I'm still grateful because I don't know them from anywhere. They just came, they got me the camera. That was how just photos and sport photography started.
Okay, so while all of this was going on, were you already in Yabatech as a then, or later on you decided to enroll?
Yes, okay. When I was still doing my high tea with New Telegraph newspaper, and the editor, I think the editor in chief, Mr. Ayodele Ojo, was always seeing me around, and I'm always sitting quiet. To my boss, I was working for them, Mr. Suleiman, the photo editor, New Telegraph newspaper. At times, he noticed that I'm a very shy person. I'm this kind of low self. He was always pushing me to go and do some jobs. And when I get there, at times I'll call him, say, I can't face these people. He'll tell me, don't worry, just try. So I never knew that the editor was always watching me. So one day, by every day, I'm always going to go and submit. I'm always going to go and submit some papers to him. So when I get there, I'm always going to be good evening, sir. I'll give him the paper. He will just check. We used to do production, so I'll just go, I'll give it to him. He will check. So one day I went there. I just go there, good evening, sir. He was not trying to interrogate me. We were talking. You can speak. He now asked me my qualification. I said, WAEC, SSC. I was not like, don't you think it's better for me to go back to school? When he said that to me, I looked left and looked right. I said, how will I go back home and say I want to go back to school? You understand? And it's not that I can't tell them because I have this fear. I can't express myself like that. You understand? If they are my parents, I'll be able to express myself very well. But me, I'm just kind of person, I don't want problem. I don't like when people tell me no. I used to feel it will kill my spirit. And once you tell me no, I'll just feel down. I'll feel very down that, oh, why did I even say this at first?
Say it at first.
He spoke to me. He said, I should just go and take jam. I said, I don't have money. He said, okay, I should not worry. He's going to pay for my jam. When that's the first time I'll ever take jam. I enrolled, I did my jam. The results came out. I think I scored 177, 177. I felt disappointed. I cried, sincerely, because I cried because the university I picked, thank God I even picked Shabatech as Polytechnic. You understand? You know how we do our
Yeah.
jam. I felt very bad. I cried. I felt disappointed that, oh, this person has wasted this money. That I felt that way. So I called him. He told me, looked at me, said, my daughter, you will keep trying. You will keep trying till you get the result you want. He said that to me, and Mr. Tobito was saying the same thing. Don't worry, this is your first attempt, and we know the second attempt will be better. So I was not like, sir, instead of me to just wait for another 10, can I just go for part-time? They're not like, wow, that's good. That since the results will not, like, I don't have the cutoff mark, so I can do something else. I told the editor, I told Mr. Toby, and I said, not a problem. Like, let's go and ask how much part-time, enroll for part-time and all that. So that was when I started my part-time. It was not easy for me being a part-time student, going to work, going to cover games. Sometimes, and God now bless me with, I don't know, anywhere I go to, God will just send friends that are like sisters and brothers to me. So sometimes I won't be in class, they'll just help me write my name. Sometimes I will just coming back very late. You understand? Because it was not easy being a student, writing exams. So I scaled through my ND. I did everything possible. I finished my ND. I cannot forget 2022. I think that was the women's WAFCON. That was the first time, second time I will be leaving the country. I left the country 2021, African Cup of Nations, Cameroon, AFCON. So the second time was me leaving during the WAFCON. And that was when I was having exam. Immediately I entered Morocco. That was when they brought out timetable for exam. So I could not finish the tournaments. I think I did 1 week, or either 1 week or some days. I left. I came back for that exam. So it was not that easy, but I know where I was going to, and I know I've seen a lot of obstacles, and every other obstacles coming my way. I know that with God, I'm going to like scale through. So it wasn't easy for me. That's why I entered Yabatech. I finished so I met some people, the likes of them, Mr. Shay, they're not like, oh, you need to go back. 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 Until I finished my ND. So I met a couple of people that I don't really want to mention names so that nobody will feel left out. But I'm just trying to be very careful. That was when I went back to school. I went back to school again. It was tough. It was still tough, and not until I got a job with Lagos State Neighborhood Safety Agency, taking pictures for them and work with my boss and all that.
And I know you covered this marathon, that's Access Bank Marathon,
Yes, I know.
football games, and I mean, 6 years down the line, AFCON accredited photographer,
Yes,
famous FIFA and CAF. Yes. And in that 6 years, you traveled that was 2023 when you traveled for AFCON.
Yeah, yes, I went to, my first AFCON was in 2021, Cameroon.
No, I know the one of 2023 was like because that was what drew me to, going through your page. And I was like, okay, this lady, at first when I first came to your page, I came to look at, footballers. And in my head, I'm like, okay, who is this person? I came for something else. Like, I'm like, who is this lady? When I kept on going down, I just said, I need to make my research on this person. And that was when I started gathering a few things down to the part where, the period when they were doing sponsor and athletes, like the former governor of Lagos State. I know for some, because I mean, it's on the internet.
Okay.
So your name was on it. And I'm like, this lady was actually playing football. So how did she leave football to becoming a photographer? And looking at how you have come this far, and now you keep mentioning low self-esteem. How were you able to go past that? Because with what we see and this low self-esteem, it's not aligning.
If I don't open up to say it, people will know. I know some people that are closer to me, they will know that because one, I just like my space, and I at times I want to talk. I'll just be like, oh no, these people, they are, you understand. I'll just be like,
So wait, is it, at this point, I don't think it's low self-esteem. At this point, I think it's you being an introvert and not liking to really speak up. Because for someone who's an introvert and doesn't like to talk, does not mean you have low self-esteem. With
no,
what you have,
sincerely. No, it's because of, okay, you are saying the beauty part of it. Nobody's saying the scars.
exactly.
Be- Before,
This cast is why
before the
is why we
beauty,
are
before
here.
yeah, before the beauty, there was low self-esteem, and I
Oh,
fight it every day. I look at the mirror every day. I talk to myself that you need to come out from whatever that is keeping you or holding you. So nobody sees the scars. Everybody's just saying, oh, oh,
mm,
oh, oh. You understand the flashy part and
yes,
the sweet part. Nobody's seeing, because if I don't say it, nobody. There's a way you can be a low self-esteem and you come out and you don't even look like
yeah,
it.
I get what you're saying.
You know,
So it's like,
some people will claim that, oh, we are in the streets, we know what's up. Well, when there's trouble, they run away. They just want to, like, oh, I want to feel among. So I battle with this thing, and I thank God I was able to come out of it, because I had people that talked to me. I had to motivate myself. I had to motivate myself. I had to listen to a lot of motivational speakers. I had to watch as an educated movies, just to help myself fight it quietly without coming out to tell anybody. So I do watch movies that will be like, oh, I read books that will be like, oh, if this person can come out of it. I listen to other people's stories, how they overcame, how they came out stronger and better. So nobody will know about all this, because, there's a lot of things about you that people don't even know until you come out and say it. You
yes.
understand? So I was able to battle it, and I came out stronger and better. Today, the only thing I just do is when I see crowd, I will just shake a little, and I will try to, it can, and just feel among and do my thing and go.
Well, Justina, for a lady who is dominating a male dominated field, you have done so much.
Thank
And
you.
I want to ask, how has it been? Okay, now, like now in your career as a photographer, someone who, take pictures of top female, male footballers in the nation and outside, what has been the highest and lowest moments for you?
I think I will start with my lowest moment. My lowest moment was when you go out for international game. My first international games, I was a novice. I don't even know what's up. So when you go there, I will go to the stadium on time, and getting there, you see people coming out with their gears and their homemade. Understand, their homemade. You hardly see women taking pictures at that time. It was only one lady. So at times when I see the cameras and everything, feel I'll be scared sometimes. But before I go out to do anything, I speak life. I speak life. Whatever I'll do, speak life about any gadget I'll use. I'll speak to my camera. I talk to them. I'll tell them. I tell them if I go to anywhere, I'll clean them. I'll tell them. I'll speak. Don't disappoint me. And I know God will never allow you to disappoint me. If they can have those big gears, you said you can also produce those big gears for me. So I talk to them as if they are humans. And whenever I say things to them and I go out there, I walk, there's no way, one way or the other, I will always find favor. My lowest was not, I was unable to get all these gadgets that time. Nevertheless, I was seeing myself as the gadgets. I know that one day. So I know one day I'll have, and I try to make friends with people. I try to learn. I try to learn from those, the top photographers. I would like to ask questions. How do you do this? How do you do that? My highest, I would say for now, we are still on the track. you're still on the track. And I know something big will come soon. So I won't say my lowest, I thank God, even in my highest, on my way to my highest, I still give God the glory. So that's what I can just talk about my highest. And I will just say God has been faithful. And to everyone that has supported me one way or the other, they are also part of my highest. God is the highest. They are also part of.
So on your journey to FIFA accreditation, that's a big deal. That is a big deal. No, I know you might not understand. In my head, I'm making calculations of 6 years. Like how 6 years went by and all of this has happened in 6 years. How was that process for you? Girl, it's
Yeah.
FIFA.
Yeah. And like I would just say, never despise your little beginning, and whatever you want to do in life, just be consistent. Know what you want. Have a niche for yourself. So, because, at times I will try, I will fail. I will try, I will fail. I will try, I will fail. But I never stop. I kept on trying. Like I told you, when I failed my jam,
Yeah.
the editor said one statement, and whatever people say to me, I will always pick the best one, the good one. I'll put on my left hand. You keep trying till you get the result you want. It's still a process and a passage for me. So FIFA, and I'm grateful to God I was able to go for the Men's World Cup in Australia. I'm very, very grateful to God. And I know I'll go for more too, by special grace of God. For me, I won't want to say much, but I'm just grateful that all is just happening. I won't want to say much about that.
So looking at your field now as like you said earlier, when you started up and your first competition in 2021 and going out there and you just met one female photographer, how would you say that, I mean, right now, how you have grown into who you are right now? This is 2025. What would you say that, how would you express female photography right now compared to 2021? And how much just doing what you has inspired the sports in the female sector?
Yes, for me, I would just say, 2021, I went for AFCON. So when I went 2023, I went for the FIFA Men's World Cup. I met a lot of ladies, female photographers. So at times I will ask questions that, I asked one of them that, 2021, I started AFCON. That it was only one lady I see taking pictures. And I was just doing my thing. She was not like, yes, we are much. But it's just that when somebody, maybe in Africa, when people say, oh, I want to go and do photography, they just look at it that there's no money in it. But there are women that are doing it. So now, as at that time, because I know maybe there were a lot of women taking pictures for sport photography, but I've not really seen them like that. Because in Nigeria, I know of Alade Medinot. She was one of my mentors. But going out there to take pictures during the AFCON, I did not see a lot of women there. But going forward, I kept seeing people, I now became so, like, I was now coming closer to social media. At that time, I was not the social media person coming close. From there, I started seeing that, there are a lot of women taking pictures, covering sports. Well, at that time, because I don't have the knowledge and I don't really have the experience. So for now, everybody wants to come out and do one thing or the other. Every girl child there see the impact that it was at those days they will say women end up in the kitchen. Now women are doing better and they are becoming stronger. They've seen the society that their voice too can be heard too, one way or the other. Whether you're a motivational speaker, whether you're a photographer, you're a content creator. Likewise, you too. I know you're an athlete and at the same time you are doing this too.
Thank you. Now, on several occasions, you've talked about your faith in God. I would want you to throw more light on that. It's so good to see how young people of these days are enthusiastic about serving God through what they do. Still being able to push their story in the narrative of how their faith in God has brought them to where they are. So, how would you say your service in your seasons of, I'll call it your season of waiting. That's what I'll call it, because those times I know it's like, sometimes people say, wait on God, wait on God, just hang in there. But people do not really talk about the pain of the waiting,
Yeah.
the pain in
Written, yes.
the pain in the waiting is crazy. And But at the end of the day, if you're able to just understand that, okay, this is what you've been called for, and if you can just simply submit to Him, He would, take you further than you have expected. So, what would you say your faith in, or how would you say your faith in God has been able to shaping you into who you are today?
Yeah, like I remember years back, there's one woman, because me, I like staying down with elderly people, you understand? And they always tell me one thing, one with God is always a majority. And
Mm.
that one always, it kept ringing and ringing in my ear every time that without God, we are nothing. And without ourselves too. Because when God leads you, God cannot just lead wind. You understand? He needs a man. Even though anybody wants to help you, even God wants to help you, He will send someone to you. So when you have that faith that tough time don't last, and sometimes our waiting period is just like God wants to mold us so that when we have that we are seeking for, we will be able to manage it. We won't use our grace to disgrace others. We won't use whatever we have now to make others feel that like they are nothing. So I decided to I won't say I decided to. It is something that everybody knows that when you know the God that you serve and you see when you look back coming from a family of nothing and when you look forward, there are beautiful things ahead of you. So the only thing just do is just put your faith in God and just trust Him. I believe Him. He will lead and also direct your paths. Even when you are going astray, you always have this feeling that, oh, something bad. No, I'm not going the right way.
When I was going through your profile, I know you people call it portfolio. And there was a write up I saw there. It says, I save your memories in moments when it's hard to remember. Now
Yeah.
that stood out for me. That was deep for me. So my question would be, if you remove the finances that comes with what you do, what exactly is photography to you?
Photography is life. Because there was a time nobody was taking my pictures. So, and I'm happy telling other people's stories with pictures. You understand? Because you see, we document footballers, athletes, and all that. But who is documenting us?
That's why we're here. I guess what you're
That is
saying.
what photography means to me. Because I know that one day my life will be documented.
Yes. What are you saying? This particular, wait, I'm coming. You say this particular episode, I would, I would, once it's out, I would send it to a particular girl. So there's a girl in Nigeria right now. She's in Delta State to be precise. She
Okay.
runs track, but she's been injured. And this is somebody who has so much love for photography, right? But does not really know how to go about it. So your story is one I know she would love to listen to from beginning to the end. And it's not, like you said, this is not there's so many of them out there, but when you come back to Africa, Nigeria to be precise, and you're telling somebody as a female, I want to be a photographer, and they're looking at you like, I don't understand, And even till date, I know right now we say, okay, there's a lot going on. Women have evolved. It's no more like your space is in the kitchen. But truth be told, that whole ideology of believing that photography is a male dominated field is still there. So when as a woman, you're coming out and telling someone, I want to do photography, it still hits in some sort of way. And just knowing that you do what you do and you are excelling in it at the same time, inspiring people even without knowing, is something that is amazing.
Thank you, ma.
Thank you. So let me wrap this up. My last question would be, young, talented females who would see this, my viewers that are watching, um, whether they're in the field of sports, lifestyle, or just a young teenager, adult that is trying to figure out life, and probably who must have gone through this phase you went through, because you mentioning you not happen to grow up from like grow up with your biological parents, but I mean the ordeals you faced while you were home and not being able to pursue your dream in football, but still pushed on, constantly kept on talking to yourself every day and just fighting that low self-esteem and putting yourself in the right place, because listening to your story, apparently you were actually fixing yourself with the right set of people. Like you mentioned, you always like staying with people who are older than you, trying to gain wisdom, listening to messages, talking to yourself and all of that. And just also believing that, okay, if I get there, speaking to your gadgets. So what would you tell these younger ones? Because there's so many excuses now this younger generation will want to tell you, oh, there's no money. Oh, there's no support. I can barely feed. The excuses are endless. So what would you say to that one person out there who is just looking for the right direction or the right way to go about it? Because it's like people give advices, but the advice sounds easier when the provision is made available. But what happens when there is nothing?
Like Teniola will say, don't let them tell you you can't. For me, I do say, don't let yourself tell you you can't. You understand? Because yourself first. No matter how somebody is coming to talk to you, you need to talk to yourself. Don't let yourself tell you you can't. Because in that world, impossible is possible if you know what you want to do. And never envy the grace. Don't know the beginning, not the ending. Instead of it to compete, collaborate. Instead of it to compete, let's collaborate. Because I think that has actually helped me. Because I'm not competing with anybody. You may be better than me. I will come to you. I'll keep clapping for others until it gets to my turn. As a young lady out there, don't let yourself tell you you can't. Whatever dreams you have, whatever inspiration you have, just go for it. One step at a time. Don't even look at how rough it is. Push. There are people out there watching. Like, you don't even know they're even looking at you. Any day it can soar. It can happen. Understand? Never let yourself tell you you can't, because you can. That's what I have to say.
And now when you look at sports, track, football, women go through that phase of abuse. Women go through that phase of some persons tell you, before we do this for you, you have to do this for us fast. Was that something you experienced? And if yes, how were you able to go find your way around that?
Yeah, I won't want to find myself in that space because discipline matters. You understand?
Okay.
Anybody that takes advantage of you forcefully will not even help you because you're adding to your problem. You understand? For any young lady or athlete going through this, I know it can be very tough. A lot of them want to speak out, but who wants to believe them? Who will believe them? You understand? So, and it requires a lot of evidence. So to every young girl and every young lady out there, you just need to just stay out of. When you see this is their motive, just distance yourself. And if it's not working for you presently where you are, you can just try to just switch and go to another place. I know it's everywhere. It's everywhere. I won't lie to you, it's everywhere. But you yourself, you need to be determined that this is what I want for myself. I don't want someone to come and use me. And at the end of the day, when I look, I'll be worthless. You understand? So know what you want for yourself. And don't try to throw yourself on the cheap. It's happening everywhere. We all know that. But you just need to discipline yourself. Be determined that I don't want this. No matter how tough it is, just be determined that I don't want this.
Thank you.
It's a very difficult question. I know God will put us through and God will help us.
Most definitely. Most definitely. Thank you, Justina. Thank you so much. You have said so much. This is a short episode, but I must tell you it's short and it's packed because I, for one, I have learned a lot. I have learned to speak to my elements. I have learned to speak to my gadgets. I have learned to put myself around people who are way more knowledgeable than myself. And also when you find yourself in situations that you do not intend to get into, walk away from it.
Yeah.
Learn to do the right things for yourself, you know. And like you said, as much as we are praying to God for Him to open the doors and all of that, you also need to ask yourself, are you doing what you need to do for these doors to be opened onto you? And so there's just so much to gather from this episode. And I want to say thank you. Thank you for sharing your story. Thank you for giving us the time and the audience. And God bless you immensely. To my viewers who are watching, I hope you all have been inspired because it still boils down to having the faith. It still boils down to chasing that thing you believe in. And sometimes it might not look like what you want. Like she said earlier, she wanted to be with a particular set of persons or work with a particular studio, having the ideology of, oh, they have the name and all of that. But meanwhile, God was bringing in something that was fit and perfect for her. And good thing, she has the right set of people around her. She listens, she prays, and So I would advise that if you find yourself in situations like this, let's just focus, be an image. Let's just, no, I'm serious.
Yes.
I'm serious. She said, saving your memories for times when it's hard to remember. Save this episode for times when it is hard to
To be
remember.
right back.
So that when it gets tough, you go back to this episode. Yeah, so someday, hopefully, I'm going to get a good photo from Just Photos.
No
soon.
problem.
Okay, so we have come to the end of this episode, and I still remain your host, Star Mpama. Until we meet again, be good, stay safe, and bye for now.